as you guys are sitting around the campfire when the last time we left off with Snuff the Wisp, you guys were planning on a plan of a, not really like a plan of attack, but like a plan to, you just got back from Bloodhaven, got the treaty signed, got your reward from Guinevere. You guys are now at in the woods in Sherwood Forest at a campfire, and it's not too bad. It's a little cloudy. There's some thunder and some rain clouds, but it's, for the most, it's not too bad. And as you guys are camping, you guys are suddenly startled by the clouds going, the sky going completely black, and from a blanket of stars, it goes from a blanket of stars and a dark gray with a few clouds and some rain coming down to completely black, as not one but two archangels come down where you guys are standing and you guys are going. So the ground becomes that it's, you guys are on, the campfire goes out, and you guys are now on a desolate desert type place where there's no life, as the angels that you are now in front of tell you,
this is Hits 2025.
heroes, your disobedience at Bloodhaven will not go unpunished. The crown has its ways of getting back to those that are non-believers. That's why they send us. So now, the royal crown has sent us down here to divvy out punishment to the non-believers, meaning you guys, wearing what could have been a royal crown stronghold in Bloodhaven. Now it's still under the ruling of the children, the heathens of Bloodhaven. And so, and then the smaller one approaches you guys. As he walks, basically you see little puddles of water on a desolate thing where just angels walking. And they go, which one of you call yourselves the head of this group? Answer now, and maybe we will forgive you. What do you say? So who's gonna talk to him? he asked you guys who's the leader, who calls themselves the leader.
You
guys do.
themselves the leader of the group.
Huh? How about you?
I don't think we really have a leader.
He goes, no response? Okay. My second question is, you guys wouldn't let the royal crown take over Bloodhaven, and you let the heathens of that realm that have no sense of order rule a land that is provident of riches and wealth that could be for the crown's taking. How do you explain yourselves, heroes? And he's got, compared to the other one, because the other one's letting the smaller one take the lead. He's got long white wings, a long white robe that's clad in some red patches. You see a red crimson lotus on both of their pearls. What do you guys do? Because right now they're not attacking you, they're trying to figure out where you guys stand. They don't have a whole lot of immunities, but they're resistant to radiation, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing from non-magical weapons. That's about it. So what do you guys do?
I don't think any of us have magical weapons. These are archangels, man.
Yeah.
The one I got is holy water.
Yeah.
And I got my little frost things.
But anyway, so what do you guys do? Noelle's like, and Gwendo's like, we've never met these creatures. What do we do, Miss Helsing? And if they're talking about the same crown that we know of, this ain't gonna be good for us.
Well, they're not really attacking.
Do we tell them we were on a mission for clean earlier?
Get out of
For peace treaty for the two? Between the two?
How long does it take for a heartbeat to hatch?
Huh? They asked, how can you call yourselves heroes when you let a land of heathens of the night run amok, when you could have let the crown take over? And it could be law, and there could be order to a land of heathens.
We're on a mission.
Huh?
We're on a mission.
He goes, so, and what mission is this? And he comes closer to you, and you feel, once he gets close to you, you feel his holiness, just holy light, similar to what Kirsten has, but is a lot stronger. Basically, pull you towards him, and yeah, you guys are basically pretty close. He goes, so,
We're on a mission for Queen Guinevere.
oh,
We have documentation if you would like to see it.
he goes, the crown has done some dealings with Guinevere. It's a shame that her husband had to die so young. But, nonetheless, much like you heroes, Guinevere has her moments of disobedience to the crown. But because of her late husband, we are prohibited of doling out punishment because of a treaty that our boss has still with her husband, even though he's dead. But with you, 5, there is no treaty. So we are in total right of dealing out any punishment we see fit,
What
so
if
that
I,
we get the answers that we want.
what if I told you that we're coursing with her sister?
Yeah, but as I am aware of, the whom you speak of, the outlaw, I think she calls herself Rogue, is not with you guys.
She's on a mission herself.
So,
Personal one.
I go back to my previous statement. Since there's no need for there's no connection to Guinevere among you 5, why should we let you guys continue on with heroes since you disobeyed the crown in Bloodhaven?
I know a way to take down Strahd.
He goes, okay.
If you want him gone, you let us go.
He goes, we're listening.
If not, I guess you'll shut up and let.
He goes, since you let the female in the hat speak for you, I'm assuming she is your leader. So, what may I call you, lady in the hat?
Her name is Victoria Van Helsing, granddaughter of Abraham Van Helsing.
Oh, I know your uncle too well. Before he fell,
Grandfather.
he was a prominent soldier in the army of the crown. So if you hold his shoes and his bloodline, you may continue in our presence, Miss Helsing. So you said you had a way of taking out Strahd.
Well, Van Helsing's for years, for centuries, they have always wanted to take Strahd out. We've always had it out for vampires. I don't know if it's the liking of the world, but you let us go. If you want his head, I'll gladly give you his head.
He goes, okay. If we let you go, you and your band of outlaws and misfits are in debt to the royal crown. we will let you guys go, and we will let your misdeeds go unpunished. And we'll tell our boss that we deemed your punishment fit at the crown. We'll also bring back your word, Miss Helsing.
Do you want anything about Straw?
Hmm?
Do you want his head? Do you want proof he's dead? Or
He goes, within your debt to the crown, you can continue with your hero-ness as much as we deem that you guys are not worthy of being the saviors of Aveline. But nonetheless, since your leader speaks for you, we will let you go. However, we'll take your information under consideration. We'll take it back to our boss, and we will meet with you guys at a previous time, and it's suitable for the crown to meet you live. And we'll come up with a plan of attack, and your debt will be abolished when Strahd is dead, and Bloodhaven is under the authority of the crown. Anybody else has anything to say can speak up.
I basically got the bounty off the firehead, so free speech to all. Do you have any ideas on how to take him out? Jax, you have any ideas?
Not right offhand.
Chris?
Me neither.
I got this blunderbuss with the star on it, but not much good it'll do.
I got holy water. Can add that to it.
The little one goes back, and the big one he's flying above you guys, and he goes, so what does the cleric and the paladin have to say? He's looking down at you and Wendell. Meaning, since I am really surprised one of fellow holiness, let's say Helsing, speak for her.
I'm not just a cleric.
She's more than that. She's a sorceress as well.
And a druid.
He goes,
Yes.
elaborate.
I am not only a cleric, I am a druid and a sorceress.
He goes, something you probably got from your mother. So,
Watch your tone.
Huh?
Watch your tone.
he goes, and what authority do you have, Miss Helsing, speaking to an archangel of the crown in that matter?
She's a friend. You watch how you talk about her mother,
He goes,
or I will turn it all from your head.
and you hear a laughter that basically sounds like thunder. He goes, we are letting you go. Don't push yourself, Miss Helsing. It will not be good for you and your crew.
We're trying to find her mother.
Huh?
We're trying to find her mother.
He goes, well, if you would let the cleric speak, we might be able to
All I
help
was telling you was
with
to watch,
that.
all I was telling you was to watch your tone with her when you speak of her mother that way. Respect. Give it, and you get it back.
He's like, I don't think you've met an Archangel of the Crown.
And I don't think you've met a Van Helsing.
He snaps his fingers as you're encased in a ring of fire, a holy fire, and goes, now, Miss Cleric, you have the floor. Like I said, it must have been something you got from your mother. So, may I ask, where would she be? Since she's not with you or your friends.
My mother was a human sorceress. My father was an elf druid.
He goes, my endurance, I don't know your father, but my boss knows of your father. Before the crown became the royal crown, your father fought in many of the wars that changed these lands of Abilene as they are now. But my condolences, Cleric.
It was thought that both of my parents were dead, trying to protect me from being cursed.
He goes, it seems like knowing your father, or knowing what little I know your father from my boss, that's something that he would do. He would give his life to protect his family. However, your friend or your leader, Miss Helsing, said that that you guys are trying to find her. May I ask, how is that going for you?
Slow.
He goes, so, what may I say that what you guys think her mother is? And he looks down at you and he goes, Miss Helsing, if you will address us with the respect that we deserve, you can talk.
Are you gonna let me out?
He snaps his fingers as the fire dissipates. He goes, now, Miss Helsing, the cleric had her turn. Do you want to elaborate on where her mother is?
There's a possibility her mother may be alive.
He goes, okay.
We are in the process of a mission. We're definitely gonna get done to find her mother.
He goes, so perhaps where do you five think she is?
The only one who really knows is her.
He goes, he points down at you, Kristen.
She has that connection with her.
So where do you think she is held, cleric?
I believe she's held against her will.
Okay. By whom?
Lady Briarwood.
He goes, a sorceress of dark power.
She is the one who cursed me to an automaton form.
He goes, seems like her. He goes, well, that one, yeah. Well, you think it's well, you don't know if it's a male or a female, but the other one's obviously a male. But anyway, the bigger one in the black wings is like, we know of all too well of Miss Briarwood and Lord. What's her husband's name?
Silas.
Oh yeah, Lord Silas and Little Briarwood plagued these lands well before the crown took over Aveline.
Hey,
As far as we know, Silas is dead, killed by one of the many archangels.
one spray bottle.
But he also had help
Spray bottle bubble.
from a better band of heroes than you, Five, known as Vas Makeda. However, that's neither near or here. If Lady Briarwood is still alive, we don't need to talk to our boss.
Give me a bottle.
Oh. We don't need to talk to our boss. We can take you to the outskirts of the we can use our magic, our holy magic, to take you to the outskirts of the Badlands. From there, whatever needs you have will be up to you.
We're busy.
And we'll take Miss Helsing's knowledge under consideration on Lord Strahd. But as far as you, cleric, unlike Miss Helsing, you will not be indebted to the crown. Consider this as a favor because you knew your father. And don't take this as a sign of weakness. If you know, and he snaps his fingers as he rubs his over top of your head, and you get a blip memory that when your father did fight with the crown, the brief second that your father has fought with the royal crown, on the some of the brutality that the crown can offer when someone fights with them. He goes, as he snaps his fingers, the vision fades. Don't take this as a sign of weakness. What we can offer, the crown offers, if you fight with us. Imagine what we can do with you fight against us.
I understand.
He goes, okay. Therefore, we will take all of you, just a blink of our snap of our fingers, to the edge of the Badlands. From there, whatever alliances and connections you have will be on your own, and therefore, you will be out of our jurisdiction. You'll be completely up to you and your friends to figure out how to survive on your own. The Badlands are not. That's why they're not under the Crown's jurisdiction, because the Badlands, much like the unlawful Zululand, where another band of heroes under the legions of the ever so defiant Remy LeBeau and his heathen aunt. That'll be for another thing. That's neither near or there. But what I'm saying, that is one of the many areas out of the Crown's jurisdiction. Yet. Eventually, all of Abilene will be under the Crown's jurisdiction. But, for the foremost, that's one of the many realms, besides the Badlands, that are not under the Crown's jurisdiction. But from what our boss wants, eventually everybody in Abilene will bow a knee to the Crown. And Abilene will have a new religion where there'll be no more gods. There'll be what the Crown will offer. And under Mistress of the Mistress Lavelia. And you know Lavelia as she's will eventually become a Roman goddess, but she's what makes up the Crimson Lotus religion. And some say she was once a part of the Dawnfather's religion. Started her own religion, known as the Crimson Lotus, that the Crown follows. But anyway, he's eventually all will bow to the knee and be under her religion. But for now, what do you say, cleric?
I'll take the advice.
He goes, okay.
But should I come across the Briarwood,
let's do it like this. Whatever comes of Lady Briarwood, we will leave in the hands of you, cleric, and your party, because of what she did to your mother. You can take this as, from what little we've known with your father, that would be a punishment for you to undole.
Okay.
Since if she is alive, she has deemed herself out of the Crown's jurisdiction. So her punishment will be under your ruling and your party's ruling. Or as Lord Strahd, Miss Helsing, if your information is true, his punishment will be under the Crown's ruling. And Bloodhaven will be one of many that will be taken by the Crown. And your debt will be paid. You can tell your grandfather, if he's still alive, Gabriel, he'll be welcome in the kingdom, back to the kingdom of Clockwork City, if Strahd is dead. What do you say, Miss Helsing?
What do you guys think?
I think it's the best situation that we can have in present circumstances.
What about you?
Oh, we're still alive.
True.
That above all.
you guys do?
I say we allow the bad ones.
Alright.
He goes, so, what do you all say? Do you take us off on our offer? Or be like the many other heathens and turn down an offer from the crown?
Our crew is much smarter than now.
He goes, okay. And he waves, he flaps his big wings as a swirl of dust comes around you guys, and you guys are plopped. Not hard, but oh, it's a sign of like a kind of like a mother cat or like a mother dog. It's not hard, but it had to drop to symbolize authority in at the border of the Badlands.
Basically, make us land on our butts.
Well, if you guys want to roll dexterity throw to see what you guys do. Ooh. Noelle landing on her tuchus. Okay.
I got a 16.
Okay.
I got a 7. No, I got a 20.
Okay.
I need a dice. I need more dice.
Okay. You're good. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. Noelle takes 2. Wendell takes 5. What'd you get?
11.
Okay.
I'm sliding on this hard.
You take 5.
I'm
Not too
sliding.
bad. As the angels go up to Clockwork City, they do what they need to do, and you guys saved a pretty bad fight that could have a confrontation with the crown that could have went badly for you guys. But anyway, you guys are in the Badlands, not in the Badlands, but on the outskirts of the Badlands. You guys see, and you hear thunder in the distance because the ground goes back to normal. You guys are now looking at something like this. You guys are now looking at something like that, where you have the Badlands on the outskirts. Yeah.
Clockwork City.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you guys are now out at the Badlands, and Noelle's like, I don't know what those creatures are, but they're dicks.
Write that stuff down. Yeah. What items I have.
She goes, I'm glad that you and Kristen are smooth talkers, Miss Helsing, because that could have been bad for us. He goes, so, since you're a little bit tired, you want to continue? Or you guys want to do more,
I can do a little bit more.
Okay. Anyway, so, you guys are now, thanks to
Go help, Bo.
the Archangels, you guys are pretty close to on your way. kind of fast forward to a way of getting back Kristen's mother. Now it's just going through the Badlands, which are very, very bad. There's a lot of creatures, a lot of stuff that's not too friendly. And you know of one, that coat that Wall pissed off, that controls the Badlands. The Unholy Trinity. That's probably going to be looking for you guys. Not mentioning the unknown alien race of the Mind Flayers that also control the Badlands. So what do you guys do? And you guys see there's a small town called
Too bad Brutus isn't here.
yeah.
Why?
My war elephant.
Oh yes, your war elephant.
Because
Yeah.
what you guys are at is basically
I had to have holy water bullets and holy water crossbow bolts. 3 of each.
Oh, you made me yawn.
you guys are not too far, probably maybe probably maybe a 2-hour walk from a small town of 300 called Darkwell in a country of Ashton, which in modern day will eventually become Finland after the crown takes over all of Abilene. But
You know my history with Finland.
huh?
You know my history with Finland.
Yeah. Anywho, so what do you guys do? Because that could probably be the only town right now that you guys can probably gather supplies, get some, talk to a few people,
We do need
if
supplies.
there is people.
We do.
So what do you guys do?
What do you think, Jess? Supply, get resupply?
Yes.
What do you need?
Outside of that, you guys see, there's, off in the distance where the mountain range is, or the Medela Mountains, because you're not too far from the Medela Mountains. You see huge, giant birds about the size of, buses flying over heads over the snow-capped mountains, as there are the rocks, or the rocks or the giant eagles in Abilene, and you can get a pretty good look. Their wings are massive, about maybe 2 football fields long. They're the size of buses. Their claws are the size of their talons are the size of telephone poles. These are massive eagles that don't look too friendly. So what do you guys do?